Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight in a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon.
He's such a groovy guy!
You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has inhabited with treacherous monsters and
Hello Internet, welcome to Earthworm Jim Theory, the show that hasn't been affected by content farms. Dragon's Lair. Don't know what that game is? I'll give you a hint. It's the one they played in Stranger Things. Most importantly, other than waiting 2 years for Season 5, Dragon's Lair is an arcade game from the 1980s that was well known for having hand-drawn animation, QuickTime events, and gameplay, and was done by Don Bluth. Yes, that Don Bluth. Personally, I don't remember watching any of his films due to how young I was when I watched them. I think I might have Anastasia since I can't remember any of his films' names. Oh wait! But yeah, there's like a really long history about this man and like his films and like him standing up to Walt Disney and Steamboat Willie. But what if I told you, Neo, that Earthworm Jim, a game made in 1994 by a man who carries rain clouds and monkey pics and possibly hates women, was a modern-day retelling of Don Bluth's Dragon's Lair. Sounds like the most stupidest idea for a theory, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of evidence of it, and I'm gonna tell you all those evidence right now. Alright, so first off, let's start off with the plots of the game. So Dragon's Lair 1 is about a knight named Dirk Daring going to a castle in order to find the dragon's lair to slay the dragon and rescue the Princess Daphne. Earthworm Jim 1's plot, which is that there was a super suit that was meant for an evil queen, falls on Earth, landing on an earthworm, turning it into Earthworm Jim, and he must go on a quest to rescue Princess What's-Her-Name. Now you might be saying, Zebra, that sounds nothing like Dragon's Lair. Well, what if I told you about Space Ace's plot? After all, it does count since apparently Space Ace is part of the Dragon's Lair trilogy. Space Ace's plot is that you play as Ace, aka the Defender of Earth, and he has to go on a quest to stop the evil dwarf who wants to destroy a planet with a deadly weapon. And also, somewhat to regain his manhood since 50% of the time he's literally Dexter. And he must stop an evil weapon as well. And also rescue Kimberly. Now, you can see how that sounds familiar to Earthworm Jim. But Zebra, even if that's the case, what about Earthworm Jim 2? And that's where Dragon's Lair 2, Time Warp, Time Warp! The plot of that game is that after the first game, in this case, Daphne gets kidnapped again by the evil Modark, and is put into a forced marriage and putting on the death ring on her finger, aka getting her lost in time, I guess. And also, Dirk has a mother-in-law and like 12 kids. Earthworm Jim's 2 plot is that Earthworm Jim's a goodie, Psycho's a baddie, Princess What's-Her-Name's a hottie, and anyways, after trying to woo Princess What's-Her-Name, Psycho kidnaps her for a forced marriage in order to rule the universe thanks to Jim being a murderer. But what about Earthworm Jim 3? Well, Earthworm Jim isn't canon in that case. Well, sorry Kim, we all love you and your Bob. Now you're all probably wondering, if that's the case, what about the characters, and I doubt any of them are like the same? Well, let me compare the characters to each other, and you'll see that a lot of them are somewhat similar. As if there's anything I remember from something that I don't remember, 1,000,002 eyeballs are better than none. Someone tell me where that phrase is from? Okay, so now there's the characters. So in this case we have Earthworm Jim and Dirk the Daring. Dirk is a clumsy yet heroic knight. Earthworm Jim is a heroic yet childish hero. Dirk is quiet and only screams and makes random noises, but in a TV show he talks a lot. Earthworm Jim says a lot of one-liners and talks. Dirk's most used quote is "by the dragon's teeth." Earthworm Jim's most used quote, minus groovy, would be "by the great worm spirit." Princess What's-Her-Name and Princess Daphne, well, other than their looks and them having entirely different personalities, what if I told you that the TV show version of Daphne actually had her personality changed for the show and somewhat acted similar to Princess What's-Her-Name? Even if that meant they had to entirely redesign her. Alright, so now there's Peter Puppy, who is Jim's sidekick, and for Dirk, his sidekick, or in this case, in the show, it's Squire Timothy. And him and Peter kinda have a few similarities, like being a side character, and not that much since they're both different. Also, for Dirk's horse, Bertram, if that's how you pronounce it, is similar to Snot. In this case, they both make random noises and only have small rules. But what about the villains? Oh, that's easy. Let me just tell you them in a nutshell. Dragon, or in this case, Singe, yes, that's actually his name, is basically Queen Slug for a butt because not only are they huge, but they have minions. In this case, for Singe, it's the Giddy Goons. Speaking of that, the Giddy Goons are a monkey with a professor for a head because of the sounds they make in the game. Lizard King is Evil the Cat because of the eyes. The Phantom Knight, that's their name, is Evil Jim because of his laugh, and when I saw him for the first time, he made me turn off my PS3 and shove my copy back into my shelf. Godark is obviously Psychro because how else would this connect to Earthworm Jim 2? Now thinking about it, all 12 Dirk's children could possibly be Peter Puppy's 600 children, since all of that would make most sense, but depending on what canon you follow, Dragon's Lair 2 or the TV show is not canon. Need more proof? Alright, let's compare some of these stuff from both Dragon's Lair and Earthworm Jim. The room with the tentacles is like the Village People area from Earthworm Jim 2 with the dangly things. There's also a bloody tentacle which is similar to Earthworm Jim's stem. The room with the fire and pit is similar to the part of Heck with Earthworm Jim. There's also a lot of bottomless pits in Dragon's Lair and Earthworm Jim. Dirk and Earthworm Jim hate water. Dirk is a Jill sandwich. The death animation is similar to when Peter Puppy takes Earthworm Jim back to the beginning of the level for punishment. Other death animation is similar to how Earthworm Jim no longer exists because of interplay. There's also these spike things that look like one of the things in Buttville. Earthworm Jim hates onions. The Iron Horse is basically the hamster rides in the other levels. This stream sounds like Earthworm Jim. These specter things look like the stuff in Heck. Dirk got Thanos Snap. This area looks like the water where the creature lives, that's not a problem. This area looks like Heck. Dirk got caught on fire by this thing, remind me of Earthworm Jim getting caught on fire in the pilot. The suit sports don't like Dirk because he isn't an anime, and also Earthworm Jim and Dragon's Lair was done by 2D hand-drawn animation. Next time on the channel, we'll be taking a look at one of the best animes of the 2000s and why I think it's better than Naruto. Hey, that's just a prank. An April Fool's prank. And you got prank.
Oh my dude, you just got pranked! Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh?